Residents of Hysham were recently sent out this boil water advisory, but they tell us this problem with their water goes back much further than that. Actually, almost a year. When you ask residents of Hysham, Montana why they live here, most talk about the high quality of life.
I've lived here for 50 years.
There's just something about living in a small town without big city worries. But this is one big exception.
There's dirty water in town.
Residents say for much of the last year, water like this has been pouring out of their taps.
At times there's more film in a cup of water than there is in a regular cup of coffee.
And it turns out this is much more serious than many thought.
It is a public health emergency, and people do need to boil their water before consuming it.
Montana's Department of Environmental Quality says the problems all started last March when the town's water storage tanks started leaking. Residents were asked to boil water.
Is it clear in the bucket?
No, it's not perfect.
Fast forward to December, when a malfunction at the water plant led to more problems. Health officials say the town's water plant is no longer filtering or disinfecting any of the water, which comes from the Yellowstone River.
All of those stopgaps have failed. That's why they're on a boil water advisory, because pathogens that aren't rendered harmless by chlorine are also not being filtered out.
The town started distributing these notices in late December, asking residents to boil all water. A resident sent us one Friday, so we called the town's offices.
Hi, this is Kelsey Marison calling from Q2 in Billings, Montana. How are you doing?
We were hung up on twice before finally being passed along to the mayor, who declined an interview, only saying the town is working with the DEQ to fix the problems. But a solution won't happen soon and won't be cheap.
It is going to take some money to do these upgrades, and funding is, half of the battle, because they aren't inexpensive.
Meanwhile, residents like Jessica Anderson continue to receive monthly water bills. And that isn't sitting well, especially knowing the dangers the DEQ says come with drinking the water.
When you flush your toilet and it looks like all it is Coke in your toilet bowl or coming out of your faucets.
In Hysham, Kelsey Marison, MTN News.